Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're just gonna be really cool. So I spent an hour trying to fix what I'm using right now, the software I'm using. I had to end up using a Chromebook to get the video where I could hear it because it doesn't work with the face thing. But we're just trying to not get scared, okay? Love y'all. Y'all are the best. Don't mind the notifications, no matter.
It happened last year, 2018, when I was still in my second year of high school. It was earlier March that I was in school. We were just playing some quiz game on my laptop. I connected it to the projector for all of them to see, but then suddenly the school's fire alarm went off. They said this isn't a drill, but rather a maniac just entered our school with a gun. So all of us closed the door and the window to our classroom and switched off the lights. It was all silent, like you could hear a pin drop to the floor. At first, I wasn't panicking that much, but it all started to happen when a gunshot was heard from the distance of our room. I can assume that he already knows that we're here. We are the closest room from the entry hall.
Way.
Every single one of my classmates was crying. I'm the tallest and the oldest student of them all. I'm 16 and some of them are 15 and 14 and another one is 12. So I thought, I'm the oldest. I should protect them. And I was like that. So then I grabbed the fire extinguisher in our room, because every single room in my school has a fire blanket and a fire extinguisher.
Smart.
Just in case of a fire. I had a stupid plan inside my head that I'll spray him with the fire extinguisher. So then I opened our room door and I came across it. He was a middle-aged man wearing a white tank and black slacks. He was holding a .44 Magnum caliber revolver. At first, we were having a quick draw match, like that.
Be careful.
He grabbed his gun first and pulls the trigger. I can feel my heart beating fast. And just then he aimed the gun at me, but it didn't shoot at all.
Yes, he forgot to cock it.
He forgot to cock his gun. So then it's my chance to hit him with a fire extinguisher and knock him out.
Yes.
After that, the police arrived and every student was reunited with their family. And still, I'm wondering, what could have happened if he didn't forget to cock his gun and shoot me first?
Don't think about that. Don't bother to think about what could have happened, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Don't think of what could have happened. That's like so yeah, no, don't bother to think about what's gonna happen, because no, don't, it already happened. Don't think about it. No.
My name is Magda,
Positive
and
energy
I'm
only.
26 years old. I work in an office in the city. On the weekends, I used to love to get away from all the hustle and bustle and take a trip to the countryside. Luckily, I have a cottage in a small village which is located right at the edge of the forest. I used to love to get out of the city and spend the weekend in my little cottage. Why did I stop? Well, I'll tell you. After a hard week at work, I needed to rest, so I decided to get out of town. I went home, packed my bags, threw them in the trunk, and drove off. When I arrived in the village, it was late in the evening and I was tired from the long drive. I went straight to bed and fell asleep quickly. In the middle of the night, I was awakened by the sound of my car alarm going off. I looked out the window, but there was nobody in sight. I found my car keys, pressed the button to shut off the alarm, and the awful noise stopped. I laid back down and tried to fall asleep. All of a sudden, the alarm went off again. I didn't feel like getting up, so I just grabbed my keys and pressed the button once more. Everything was peaceful and quiet again.
I know what's happening.
However,
He's testing you.
5 minutes later, the alarm went off a third time. Once or twice could have been an accident, but now I was wondering what was going on. Could someone be playing tricks on me in the middle of the night? I got up again and pressed the button to turn off the alarm. But this time, I didn't lay back down. I stood at the curtains and watched.
Stop pressing the button.
After a few minutes, I saw something by the light of the moon. A shadow emerged from the bushes and slowly approached the car. I could just about make out the shape. It was something tall, skinny, and black. The figure reached out with its long, thin arms and knocked on the car. The alarm went off again.
No. 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 Stop. Stop it now.
And quick as a flash, the dark figure
What is that?
retreated back. The thing
1606?
emerged from the bushes again,
Gotcha.
slid silently over to the gates, threw a hand through them, and removed the partition holding the gates closed. I was paralyzed with fear, and I couldn't move. My mind was overcome by panic thoughts. What was it? What did it want from me?
No.
What was it doing? Would it ever go away? A shiver ran through my body, from my head down to my toes. My mouth was dry and my heart was beating fast. I was so tense, I was gritting my teeth and clenching my hands into fists. I regained control of myself and ran down the stairs as fast as my legs could carry me to the ground floor.
Man, all the white girls.
I wanted to look for something I could use to protect myself. However, just as I was about to switch on the lights, I suddenly froze in my tracks. The dark figure was at the window. It was pressed up against the glass, staring in, looking to see whether
Girly pop.
or not there was someone home. I immediately ducked down behind the sofa and peered out. That's when I realized what all those tricks with the car were for. It was trying to lure its victim outside. I couldn't take my eyes off its hideous face. Its skin was the color of ash and covered with wrinkles. Its eyes were small, beady, and completely black. Instead of it having a nose, there were two ragged holes.
Don't bring me to the
It
movie
didn't have any
theaters.
lips, just 2 rows of sharp, yellow teeth. When it breathed, it was so heavy and hoarse that it was misting up the window. I just knew it wasn't going to go away. After standing at the window for a few moments, I heard a rustling noise as it came to the front door. I watched as it tried to push its fingers through the gap under the door. The handle began to twitch wildly up and down. The creature emitted a chilling sound. It was not like a human voice. It was a deep, beastly growl, like an angry dog chewing on a bone. I knew that if it heard
That's
me,
like how
it
my
would
dog
keep
sounds.
trying until it found a way to get into the house. I crouched down behind the sofa, hiding in the shadows and desperately trying not to make a sound. Tears began involuntarily streaming down my face, no matter how
Don't
much
cry.
I tried to stop
Cry.
them. I could feel my pulse pounding in my temples,
cry.
and I was shaking like a leaf,
Oh,
just
I
waiting
have
for
the
it to
same pulse.
end. I don't know how long I cowered there. I must have been passed out. When I woke up and looked out the window, the creature was gone. The door was still in place and everything
he's gone.
seemed
It's a
secure.
good thing.
I've never been so relieved in all my life. I ran upstairs and looked out the window.
Same.
It was light outside, and there was no sign of anything wrong.
Light.
Taking a chance, I grabbed my keys and without stopping to collect any of my things,
no,
I ran
don't
out
run.
to the car.
You're
I
so
jumped
stupid.
in, locked the doors, and drove away from the village as fast as I could. I didn't stop driving
Why
until I
would you
got back
do
to the
that? You
city.
should've-
When I got back to my apartment, I turned on the radio and heard a
No.
news report. The announcer said that, in the village, the dead bodies of 2 girls had been discovered. Their corpses had been mutilated and dumped in a swamp. I guess the creature found what it was looking for.
No.
I don't want to, but
so
I am
scared.
curious to know. What would have happened if I didn't make the right decision of sprinting?
Really? 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 No, this isn't true. This is false. This did not happen. The mini skirt story. Wait 1 second.
Years ago when I was in the 5th grade,
Please explain to me.
my friends and I were walking home from school when we noticed some of the other kids laughing very loudly at something and running away like they were
This isn't really that
disgusted.
scary, I guess. Like,
We
I don't
looked
think
back.
it'll be that scary.
And they were laughing at this woman who was walking behind us. We didn't know why because we
she
saw her
got
every day
ass.
when we were walking home from school.
Mask that I'll
We just
never
never
have.
spoke with her, or we never even seen her up close. We moved closer to see what was so funny, and we definitely noticed what the other kids were making ruckus about. This was a man dressed in a miniskirt with high heels on. The other kids were throwing sticks and rocks at it, but He never responded. He just smiled while he was walking. A few days later, I just so happened to be watching the news and I saw the same guy's face on the news. My friend who lives around the corner was getting her mail when she saw the man across the street watching her. He waved and he started skipping across the street like a little girl while loudly asking her, "Do you remember me?" She was one of the kids that threw rocks at him. She shut her door as he started running full speed toward her house while wearing a wig, miniskirt, heels, and a woman's tank top. He started banging on her door until she called the police. He was caught within minutes. Anything could have happened to us that day, with this guy roaming our neighborhood. But luckily, nothing ever happened to any of the kids that I knew.
So like my editing app stopped working and now it's just being goofed. So like, yeah. Enjoy the video while you can. I might delete it. You want a part 2? Like this, ow. Like this video and subscribe. Yes, subscribe. I'll see y'all later.